In a time that is currently very bleak to be a Newcastle United fan, I thought why not try and talk about something more positive related to the Geordies. I'll be taking a look at Newcastle from 2010 to 2019 and build my team of the decade. Just to lay down some ground rules, this is based within the period of 2010 to 2019, so players after this point will not be counted. So before we get started, I just want to give some honourable mentions to Tim Krul, Fabian Schär, Kevin Nolan, Joey Barton, Ayoze Perez, Loic Remy and Solomon Rondon. In goal we have Martin Dubravka. Initially signed on loan for half a season from Sparta Prague in 2018, the Slovakian stopper impressed between the sticks and was signed that summer for a fee of around 4 million. Since then Dubravka has been a reliable stopper, pulling off some unbelievable saves and is still currently their number one. At right back we have Mathieu Debuchy. The Frenchman arrived from Lille in January 2013 for around a fee of £5.5 million. Although his 18-month spell on Tyneside was short, he certainly made an impact. He was good in the tackle and strong aerially, but was also able to attack very well too. This led Arsenal to sign him in the summer of 2014 for an undisclosed fee. The first centre-back is Fabrizio Colaccini. The Argentine was a loyal servant to Newcastle. He joined in 2008 for a fee of £10.3 million and stayed all the way through until 2015. While his first and last seasons were not the strongest, there is no doubt Colaccini, for the majority of his stay on Tyneside, was incredibly reliable. In 2011, he was given the captain's armband and held it until 2015. He was in the Championship and Premier League PFA teams of the season. Next, the other centre-back, we have Jamal Lascelles. He joined Newcastle in the 2014-15 season and was loaned back to his previous club, Nottingham Forest. Lascelles would get more game time towards the back end of the 2015-16 injury, with many injuries to many of Newcastle's centre-backs. He was one of the few players to call out the attitude of many players in a season which saw Newcastle get relegated. In the Championship, he was given captaincy, taking Newcastle to the league title and sealing promotion. Lascelles was a reliable option for Benitez when Newcastle were promoted back to the Premier League and is still the current captain of the Magpies. Slotting in at left-back, we have Jose Enrique. In the 2010s, he didn't spend much time with Newcastle as he left in 2011, but since 2007, Enrique was one of the finest left-backs the Two Army has ever had in the Premier League era and was loved by the fans. He was given the 2009-10 Player of the Season for the club and appeared in the Championship team of the season. He moved to Liverpool in August 2011 for a fee of £7 million. On the right wing, I've gone for Hatem Ben Arfa. On his day, it seemed that the Frenchman was unplayable, darting between defenders and scoring some of the best Newcastle goals the Premier League has ever seen. Another fan favourite, he arrived from Marseille initially on loan, but made the deal permanent in 2011. But sadly, by 2014, Ben Arfa had fallen out with manager Alan Pardew and was loaned to Hull in September 2014. But by January 2015, he was sent back to Newcastle and then later released, where he would join Nice. In the centre of midfield is Yohan Cabaye. He signed from Lille for around £4.3 million and is arguably the best player in the starting 11. Cabaye was a key focal point for the Magpies in the 2011-12 season where they finished 5th. In that season, he was the source of much creativity in that team, as well as scoring some very important goals too. Cabaye's talents didn't go unnoticed, and in January 2014, a £19 million bid from Paris Saint-Germain was accepted. He later returned to the Premier League with Crystal Palace in 2015. Alongside Cabaye, in the other centre midfield role, is the late Cheick Tiote. The Ivorian was as tough tackling and as hard working as they come. Signed from Dutch side FC Twente for £3.5 million in August 2010, Tiote alongside Cabaye were one of the best midfield pairings of the 2011-12 season. He will go down in Geordie and Premier League folklore as his wonder strike against Arsenal to equalise in a 4-4 thriller where at half-time Newcastle were 4-0 down. Tragically, in June 2017, Tiote died of a cardiac arrest, which he suffered in training whilst playing for Beijing Enterprises. Though he may not be with us, Newcastle fans will never forget the name Cheick Tiote. On the left-hand side is Jonas Gutierrez. Adored by fans throughout his time on Tyneside, many think of the goal versus West Ham to keep Newcastle up after recovering from testicular cancer and the Spider-Man mask. But there's much more to him than that. Gutierrez is a hard worker who very rarely let you down. His passion and connection with the fans makes him an honorary Geordie for life. Up top we have Demba Ba. The Senegalese is, in my eyes and many other Newcastle fans, the best striker to play for Newcastle throughout the 2010s. In his first season, he scored a whopping 16 goals, being a key part in that Newcastle team that secured 5th in the 2011-12 season. His second season saw him bag 13 goals, and by January 2013 he was then signed by Chelsea. When many think of Ba in black and white, they often think of him and Papis Cisse playing together. Speaking of Cisse, alongside Demba Ba, I've gone for Papi Cisse. In January 2012, he signed for Newcastle from Freiburg for a fee of around £9.3 million. In his first half season, he bagged 13 goals in 14 games, notably the screamer he bagged against Chelsea, in which he bagged a brace. He was never quite able to reach the same heights, but did bag 11 goals in the 2014-15 season. In his time on Tyneside, Cisse scored some great goals and was one of the standout players in the 2011-12 season, helping Newcastle finish 5th, alongside the likes of Demba Ba, Johan Cabaye, Cheick Tiote and Hatem Ben Arfa. So that's it for my Newcastle team in the decade starting 11. Let me know what you think, and thank you so much for watching.